So this week is week 2 of this NFTOPIA school. Um, we're trying to get other creators and other people from the community to come and do presentations with us that are outside our regular circle. Who did we have? We had what was the name of the guy? Sorry, it was he did the
Last week,
contracting.
T Break
T-Break, that was
from
it.
Terraformers. Yeah.
He did an absolutely fantastic job about starting with contracts. But you just got me today. We've got a super special guest for the one coming up at the end of April. We'll announce that closer to the time. We're really excited about that. But yeah, basically, NFTOPIA School, from my perspective, from what I do, is just tooling up creators who maybe haven't been or aren't making the most of the opportunity, giving them the opportunity to learn some bits which are little tweaks that you can do, but they'll make a big difference. Um, as always, I start with this, which is Karen's health warning. She makes me put it on. What you're about to see is DC specific, right? We are brand building. We are not interested in making money whatsoever. We're interested in building a brand. Other creators will have different views to the way we see the world. We all say do your own research, but this learning is based on our attendance at we think 10 plus metaverse events, at least that we've exhibited at. So welcome back. Last week, last week. Can't believe we're doing this in a 4 week stint. Last month, February, we did WAX NFT drop and swag strategy. We're going to refer back to that in a bit. Just show you one of the slides. But I watched back my performance, and again, I'm not a narcissist, but it's bloody good, right? We should really be charging people for that. So if you haven't watched the February school, and whether you're a wax creator, whether you're a creator on another platform, just go and watch it because it's an absolute gold mine of information. Today, as we said, it's effective slides, and we're going to do a bit of promo and marketing on the side. And then in April, the next school session, along with our special guest, Waffles Kitty, will be going through the basics and event logistics. So basically everything you need to do so that you don't make mistakes like we did at the start of the session with getting, not just basically not being prepared. So yeah, effective slide design. There are 4 key points to consider. So when we're talking about slides, we're talking about the artwork that you're creating for your booth, right? Now, if you go into the metaverse itself, you'll be able to see the booth that I'm referring to, because I'm mostly talking about the Drawn Company experience at the last NFTOPIA that we had. But key points to consider when making your slide or slides for your booth, right? These are the 4 killers. So keep it brief and keep it clear. You don't want to confuse people. We always say the jury's still out on video. The platform does allow you to upload a video, does it not, consumer, this one?
We're gonna put videos on the landing page only, so it wouldn't
On
be
the landing page, so
on the banner on the booth, but on the page you can put any videos or GIFs or slides.
But yeah, the reason, sorry, that's still in there from an old presentation, I thought it's important to include it. That was a hangover from Digicon in the old metaverse. It's because basically videos were great, but it gave you no preview. So all you had was this play button on your screen, which really lost the impact of sort of like anyone's stand that was using video. So although I started off using videos and I thought I was being clever, to be honest, I've just gone back to slides because it's simple. And that leads me on to my next point. Keep it simple. Stupid KISS. We always talk about this. Do not overcomplicate things, right? But most importantly, right, as I just said, my stand is here. All of the stands that were at NFTOPIA 3 are still there for you to go and have a look at, right? So it is a gold mine. You can listen to me tell you what I think is best of how to create your slide deck, your stand for NFTOPIA 4. But actually, I'd say everybody, if you are really keen to make something that's truly beautiful for the next NFTOPIA, then just pop into the metaverse. It's open 24 hours a day, and you can see all the stands. You can see the mistakes that people have made. You can see what you think is good. You can creatively steal what you think is good. It's sort of like it's a gold mine. There is so many different stands there, so many different approaches. Just pop in, have a look round before you start, because that's the type of thing that will make a big difference. And I always show these first two. These were back from when we did Digicon back in ye olde days. But basically at the time, and I was going to show you one of my slides, or slide decks, which I thought was bad, but it was looking at these slides from Broken Dolls and thinking, hang on, I don't need lots of information, because if we look at what he's got there, right, he's got his QR codes and it's very clear what's going on. And for that particular Digicon, Broken had like 3 slides and that was it. And I always show them as great examples. One, because it's not my work and people get sick of seeing what I'm doing. It's just that they're really good. You know, I know that if I click that QR code on the left hand side, I'm going to learn about how to make a custom wax fridge. Yeah, a 1-1. It's as simple as that. So just going back to what I said, just go and have a look at everybody's stands, because you'll very quickly learn. If you look at just maybe 7 stands, you'll learn which ones are good, which ones are bad, and how you can do something potentially better, how you can sort of like imitate what someone's doing, how you can build on it. Simple as that. So what we're after with our slides is what I call the sweet spot, right? So it's not really a billboard, right? I think we should look at our NFTs as mini billboards. This has to be somewhere between a flyer and a billboard. So you still want small amounts of information on there for people to digest, but it isn't just pretty pictures, because just pretty pictures aren't going to work. And at the same time, lots of text isn't going to work. So last NFTOPIA, I had one of the big stands again, which you'll see out in the metaverse, and it had 3 outside corners and then 1 inside. So this was my main feature slide, and again, this is what I'm trying to say about just making it impactful. There's no way you could put that on a billboard. It's probably closer to a flyer, but it's sort of, for me, it's sitting in that sweet spot. There's not too much going on there. There's a bit of information if you like what you see, but more importantly, you've got the QR code to sort of like take the next step should you be interested in armored creatures from the garbage. So that was the leading slide. I then made a slide because, and you'll see as we go through this thought process, this was the second most important slide for me. This was basically from talking to the community and from understanding what makes people tick. People love our perks and rewards, so it would be stupid of me not to include all the perks and rewards. Now, there's a problem there with that slide, isn't there, slightly? Because there's a lot of information on there. But again, the thing is with this slide is it has to be informative, because I wanted to show people the amount of stuff that they were getting should they have purchased the sellout PFP drop. This, we'll talk about this later, this was the next key slide that I wanted to have, because I wanted to make sure that everyone who came to my stand last time had the opportunity to take part in a free drop. So I asked the community beforehand what they'd like to see as a free drop from us, and they said, we'd like to see the arcade in my pocket, because we haven't done that in a long time. So I thought, okay, we'll do that. And it was a great little pack drop. But more importantly, this is the slide that I wanted the most people to engage with, right? There was already going to be a lot of people who knew what we were doing that weekend. Obviously, we're going to pick up a few more people, but from our perspective, it's more about getting engagement. The call to action here, and we'll talk about that in a minute, is scanning the QR code to fill out what was a very simple survey. It was just email address and WAM, and there was one other question. And then the information there on how to access that drop. So those were the 3 key slides. Inside the booth, because you can see they've got they've got 3 walls, and then they've got a slide inside. I chose to tease what I was doing on Christmas Eve, which was Starfire at the time, which was my next PFP. which was basically a horse for Karen, warrior princess, to ride on as a PFP sort of like action figure package. And I wasn't ready to reveal that. And to be honest, right, I've done no artwork at this point at all, but I knew I wanted to call it Starfire, right? So I've covered the basis of telling people what's going on, right? I've given them something for free. Hopefully they've been able to digest that and they're going to want to scan a QR code. But those who do further investigation will then see something and think, oh, that looks interesting and that's in the future. So I'll look out for that. So then we move on to what I call the cutting room floor. So I always overproduce. I created several of the slides that I would love to have in an ideal world. So these featured on the website that Consumer was just talking about, I think. I can't honestly remember. But these were there once you click through. So they weren't actually, they didn't end up as a slide on the booth as it was, but it was good to have them in my back pocket as it was. And that just went into, again, understanding how collectors tick, what they want. They love the fact that we grade our items. So we just created a slide here of all the different god tier items that you could possibly roll in our PFP drop, and then gave the odds. Karen turned out to be a right laugh because she was never minted in the first PFP we did. So we had to do a subsequent PFP. She was in the sticker drop and she still only came out, I think, one time. So, you know, if you've got the white Karen monster creature, you've got one of the rarest DC assets ever, full stop, end of story. And again, was it necessary? Was it a bit too much? Launch week ranking competition. Some people like that sort of thing. So again, I included it on the click through, but it wasn't necessary to sort of like draw people in. But both of those things I could use on social media. So although I'd done the work, yeah, and you might turn around and say, well, that work's been wasted. Well, it wasn't, because one, we used it on the website. Two, I was able to use it for promotional material. And then at the bottom, we've got, you know, two of my other clever tricks there. I've just manipulated the Armor Creatures logo to say awesome holders rewards in the right hand corner, and then 100% trusted staking distribution system, which is true because we're trusted to do that. We always over deliver. We under promise and we over deliver, full stop, end of story. So that's the way you would see the sort of stand if it was laid out in that three corners. However, you could use the same principle for a small stand where you just wanted to do something which was very quick and punchy. You might not put your giveaway in the middle, right? The giveaway went in the middle because the lines wouldn't line up and it looked dodgy when we tried to do the full wraparound because there was a slight move. You'd probably move that to the end, but that would work well as a stand presentation for NFTOPIA. But that's not my best work, right? I think my best work was for NFTOPIA 3, which was the Karen suite of slides, because these look like a product. I mean, the other ones look good, but these have got something about them. They're bright, they're fun. I've got the font on there, the Karen font a lot. I've got an additional sort of blocky font. I've got a massive spelling mistake. The guy who's teaching you how to do slide design, I just spotted all way wanted to be. That will have not featured on the stand when we put it up, but I've obviously found an old one there. But again, that's great with this system. If you do make mistakes, it is a bit of a chore for us to change them for you, but we can change your slides. Another thing that you might want to do on your stand is introduce people to what your project is if they're completely unfamiliar. So whilst I wouldn't say this is my finest infographic I've ever produced, it's drawn company in numbers. You're just conveying the key messages. You know, we've got 525 people on Discord. Okay. We've got 105 employees enrolled on the reward system. You can see all the sellouts that we've had. We've got 40k NFTs, and there's the global sales, the market cap, and the average NFTs per wallet, which I think are all important facts for people that would be hungry for facts. Not everybody's interested in facts like that. Some people are just interested in artwork. But because what we do has become so we've sort of we're not we're nowhere in the big leagues, right? But we're not batting. We're not like we're not at the bottom anymore. We have to sort of like see ourselves as on a tier of maybe 1 to 4. We've gone from 4 to maybe 3 or even 2, without bigging myself up. So one important thing is you should not forget your call to action. And again, we had a definition last time. We're going to just look at the definition now. What is a call to action? So it's a piece of text designed to prompt an immediate response or encourage an immediate sale, right? The majority of users, we've got stats for this. I can't remember when I was making the PowerPoint last night what the actual stat is, but the majority of users are on desktop, so they will have their phones handy. Right now, you could just put a link, right? Some people will be happy to click a link. I'm not saying don't include links, but people use QR codes so fluently now that it's better to put the QR code on there than put the link, because obviously with the slides, they can't click on your slide as it was to click the link, and that's a fact, isn't it? Consumer, it wouldn't work like that. They'd have to click through.
We only have the one link on the banner. It goes to the landing page, and then that's where links are. But that's right.
Yeah.
If you have a QR code right on the link, you can use your phone to do that. So you're completely taking down a barrier. You can lead someone to where you want them to be, i.e. your website or drop page, straight away. They can bookmark it. It's as simple as that. So we've just got some bad sort of disciplines with slide design, and we've got some good disciplines, and they're just reflections of each other. So let's do the bad and then the good. So a bad slide presentation for NFTOPIA would just be your NFTs with no consideration. On the other side, a good version of that would be eye-catching layouts. So making sure that you're using text appropriately, you're using your QR codes, and you're featuring your artwork. And one thing you'll have seen with what I presented there, I hadn't actually put any of the NFTs up verbatim. They were all aspects of the NFT. And I think that's important as well. It doesn't take much work to lift out some of the graphics and then layer them on top of other stuff, because that's the type of thing that really makes a difference and makes stuff pop. So obviously, we don't want to be using small text, and we don't want to be using regular fonts. We probably want to look at larger text and bold fonts. Forget paragraphs, right? You're never going to get someone to read a paragraph. Tight sentences, 1 or 2 sentences, and that's all you want. As I said, there will be occasions where you have to sort of like get that balance fine, right? But on those slides where you're really trying to capture in, you don't want to be doing more than a sentence. And then we've got sort of like, for me, a bad slide presentation would just contain general project information. A good presentation is exclusively about what you're doing, at what your aim is, because you've got to remember, you've now paid for your booth, right? You've got to get that money back somehow. If you don't get that money back, there's no point in doing this as an exercise, right? So you want an exclusive drop. You want a name, whether it's just giving out your NFTs, if that's what you choose to do. Obviously, I'd advise against that. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. So long as it's a specific aim or a specific drop. And then again, no promo versus structured promo. So what I would deem as a structured promo is the pack drop I did with the arcade in my pocket. So, you know, at least I had something on there that everyone could take away, so that you've got the double whammy of someone potentially liking what you've given them for free, and that might convert into a sale, or just that person having that in the wallet, listing it on secondary. It goes into that realms of what we say, they're mobile billboards at that point. Doesn't matter what happens with them, it might catch someone's eye. It's an NFT in someone's wallet. So the key points to consider, right? Is it a flyer or is it a billboard?
No, it's neither. You've got to find that sweet spot we're talking about. Make it chewing gum for the eyes, make it pretty, right? Put more effort into your slide presentation than you put into your making the NFT that you're trying to sell, right? That is what I do as Drawn Company, right? I am 80% marketing and promotion, and 20% of my time is spent actually making the things, because I'm about the brand and building that. Again, that's not going to work for everybody, right? But I can tell you it does work if you do it correctly. You're hooking them in, right? You want them to investigate further, and they will, right? If you create an engaging presentation and you've made it accessible, right? We're using the QR codes. You know, create bespoke material. As I said at the top, I'm sort of like going over myself there. It's got to be bespoke. It's got to be something special. But at the same time, once you've created that material, you can use it elsewhere. You can use it on social media. You can use it in your Discord. It's not just like I'm making these for NFTOPIA and that's that. If you keep the files, the raw files, you can amend them. You can change them. You can change them from, you know, the widescreen ratio into a box very easily. And again, keep it simple, stupid, KISS. That is the one thing that I live by, because people don't want to read stuff. And I find that a lot in Drawn Company. Like, even when I create something which is I deem as fairly simple, because people don't read stuff, it frustrates them. And that's not their fault. It's not my fault. It's just the fact that they're not reading it. So, you know, and they're not going to read it. So you have to approach everyone with that sense. So pre-event marketing, right? Last month, we showed this. We talked about this, and if you're remotely interested and you want to make a better presentation and a better drop for NFTOPIA, go back and watch our last school, because it's the best, most informative one yet. We talk about this diagram, right, which is the flow, and it goes from the left-hand side. So we do research, we choose a drop format, we create our NFTs, we set up the drops, we test mechanics, and then we get to NFTOPIA, right? In reality, you're still over on the left-hand side because we've got 4 weeks, right? We wouldn't even normally be starting NFTOPIA School until probably next week or the week after, right? So you've got such a head start. You're not even at the point where we talked about it last week, go back and have a look, of having a minimum viable product to actually put out there and start marketing to people. So yeah, just consider that. One thing we always say, and I get increasingly more angry because, right, I don't understand the battle with people that have booths at NFTOPIA, right? If you're having a booth at NFTOPIA, you class as what you're doing there as exclusive, right? If you're not doing a drop, this is fine. It doesn't apply to you, right? But on the left-hand side, you can see what I've teased, yeah, which is current 10K, which is going to be a 10K PFP drop with a twist, right? There's a big twist, and we're not going to find out what the twist is until Friday the 3rd of May, but it's going to potentially cause a war, and it's going to knacker the floor. But I don't care, because we're going to have some fun, right? And it will go down in blockchain history. But all I'm doing there is I've put the 10K logo. I'm not even going into that much detail, but I've put the NFTOPIA logo. NFTOPIA will retweet it, so I've written it there. Use the bloody logo on everything you do, and we'll see some good use to that from other people in a minute. If you post and tag, right, we are going to retweet. It's as simple as that, right? There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Just please start doing that. You don't have to put the logo on, right? But it just makes the whole thing just hang together. And if you are using the logo, you're more likely to get a retweet than someone who isn't using the logo. Full stop, end of story. So let's look at 2 hard marketing examples. And again, I shouldn't have to be going back to March the 15th to find 2 examples where projects, yeah, because I know we've got, how many signups have we got already?
60 booths.
So we've got 60 booths, right? And I am scratching around to find marketing examples of projects that are coming to NFTOPIA, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with this per se, but for me, it should be just a basic, right? So we've got tricky creations on the left and we've got vulnerability agents on the right, right? This is perfect. They're using the logo, right? There's text on there and they're just telling people that they're going to NFTOPIA. I don't need to know any more than that at that point, but they've both got the retweet there and, you know, the engagement is going to be higher as a consequence. We've also got casual examples of where we're tagging NFTOPIA. Again, we're probably not using the logo at this point because it's casual, but these are two great examples where, again, Tricky Creations has been retweeted because he's just tagged in Frame and NFTOPIA, and he's talking about the space that he's attended at today. Boom, retweet. Pixel and Dungeons, you know, Jeff is going to be here. I think both of those are great examples of not doing the hard marketing if you don't want to do that, but at least we're talking about it. But again, I shouldn't be having to go back to almost the start of March to find 4 examples apart from my own. I don't understand it. For me, it's just a sort of, we constantly talk about this and I don't understand what the blockage is. And I hope people for this NFTOPIA will take us up on that. It's like an ultimate offer and it's free marketing, so just do it. Last thing, and then I'll shut up. Pre-event promotion, right? So we're going to look at some no-brainer promo channels, right? So these are promo channels which you should be engaged with between now and NFTOPIA, and if you aren't, right, this is something that you should be doing, or at least trying to do. So we've got at WAX School. They've got a weekly drop calendar. You can engage with them now to tell them you've got something big coming up at NFTOPIA. They're great guys. They make articles. They'll probably be doing a bumper article. But if they don't know what you're doing in advance, yeah, and it's never a guarantee that they're going to feature you. But if you don't try, you know, if you don't ask, you're not going to live and die by that saying. The same with the NFTOPIA weekly calendar spaces and these spaces that we have. You should be using these opportunities to talk about your project. You know, again, and I know it's difficult for people. I appreciate it can be difficult to sort of like, you know, unmute the mic, right? But that doesn't matter. You don't have to do those two things, yeah, necessarily, if you're engaging streamers. So there's a lot of streamers in the space. We've got our own consumer. We've got Kitty, we've got Blackfang, we've got Sully. You know, just have the conversation with them. Don't jump straight in with, I've got loads of NFTs. Would you like to give them away? Try and build that relationship first. And again, we've gone over relationship building with streamers and influencers in previous school sessions. Another thing you can do is engage thought leaders, not from just a promotional perspective, but maybe from a sort of like getting their opinions on stuff. Obviously, they're not going to be bombarding and they might not get back to you. But again, if you don't ask, you don't get, right? And we've got Elsie2. I've said Alice2 there, so don't type in Alice2. It's Elsie2 and Zula. I hope they don't mind me including them in the presentation. There were a lot more thought leaders in the space, right? But those were just 2 that immediately leapt to mind. As I said, they might not get back to you. It took me, you know, maybe 12 months to get a response from people who were what I deem as the thought leaders. It doesn't just happen. You can't get angry because these guys do get inundated with stuff. But if you send something to these people and they think it's cool, they're going to promote you, yeah? And that can be a godsend. And another thing I did notice, right, whilst I was looking through the NFTOPIA Twitter, was they retweet a lot of seasonal and event type tweets, right? So say if it's World Ladies Day, there were a lot of retweets for World Ladies Day, you know, and is just look at the calendar and think, hang on, is there anything I could do with NFTOPIA that's coming up that's going to be a big day? So Easter's the next one, yeah, which is this weekend. So could I do something Easter related and tag NFTOPIA in? Because again, they're likely to do the retweet. And last thing on promo, right? To get our name out there at the start, we didn't do one last time, but we're going to be doing one this time. We did what's called the NFTOPIA Discord takeover, right? And the whole idea of this is it's really simple. It's a pre-event activity, and basically you whitelist people for completing a task, right, in the NFTOPIA Discord. They do it in general, yeah, or your own channel. It is just general now. It's really fun, right? You get some really good engagement from it, and you can cause absolute chaos. So if we look at what we did for, this was NFTOPIA, this was NFTOPIA 12 months ago. So I was doing series 5 at the time, and there was a lot of toilet humor in there. And as you know, we're not, we like to push the boundaries of comedy as it was. So we got people to join the Discord, again, NFTOPIA like this, because we're getting people into the Discord. They're then going into general, and they're typing, please help me, where is the toilet? Yeah, I know it's very basic, but it's funny, isn't it? In general, and that we invited them to put a toilet-based GIF. And it's hilarious when 40 people are doing that, yeah? Well, I find it particularly hilarious. I don't know if other people do. But it's a great way to get people talking. Then within the Discord itself, people are like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, Matt's doing another takeover, whatever. It might be something different, right? So it's just simple tricks that you can do to make your NFTOPIA experience a great experience into an excellent experience. So thanks for listening, right? That was slide design with a bit of marketing and promo. Before I hand back, what I'm going to say is the reason I haven't gone as heavy on marketing and promo this time is because we've got the resources out there, right? So what me and consumer are going to do, because we've got another big job this week. If you are interested, we're going to find some way to just go through all of the content that we've got online and then flag just on an Excel spreadsheet for everybody what themes are covered in what video and give you the link, right? Because the thing is, I'm producing these for every NFTOPIA, and I'm finding I don't want to repeat the stuff, and I often repeat the stuff. We work with a guy, or have worked with a guy in real life who does that and who did it for years, and you very quickly become irrelevant, right? So whilst the stuff we will be sending you to, you have to look at it is in the context of being maybe 12 or up to 18 months old. There's still lessons that can be learned there. So that is me. I'm done. I'm going to end screen share. How do I stop sharing?
The big X at the top. Top left.
That's it.
All right. Well, that was fantastic. Lots of info. We're going to continue talking about that same topic. I want to bring some of these slides up. I want to bring up some examples of slides that I liked as well, and we'll keep this discussion going. Thank you very much, Drawn Company. Are you able to stick around, or do you got kids to attend to?
No, I can stick around. Hang on.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome everybody that's in the space here with us too. You all are welcome. Anybody on Twitch is welcome to come, and also get on voice if you want. Don't be shy. Get your mic on to talk about some of these things. So yeah, slide design. I mean, in a really quick nutshell, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Vivid. Well, we could just look at some examples, but he's like, vivid graphics that explain your thing, not too much text, pretty, call to action, a focus on a specific drops if you have them, not only your project, use of QR codes. These are all great tips that you can combine into a great slide presentation. So let's see. I just want to share some of the few that I had picked. Boom.
This is really good.
Now, if you go into the whole place, inside, that's where all the booths are from N-Lite. And you can go and check them all out yourself. Like he said, that's actually a great tip as a creator. If you have a booth, is to go walk around and just click and see examples of all these other booths that are in there. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are really, really simple with not much info. Some of them are fantastic. But you get to see a nice example of what everyone did last November just by coming in here for free and doing that. But as far as like these tips and things that he mentioned, if we look at this screen here that I'm sharing, so I have a number of them here, and they're all on our website. These are the actual landing pages that you get. So when people click on your banners, you're going to be getting like this description and the name, all your links, and then the slideshow, along with any videos or any GIFs. So here, Binks is a fantastic partner of ours that's been supporting us for a while. And look at these slides. Look, you got all these visuals. Here's these are the different packs that they got. You know, nice and big. The font is different. It's really easy to read. Dive into the world of digital art and collectibles. I mean, that's really broad right now. You still don't know that much, but you easily see their artwork right there and see, you know, it's very appealing to the eye. Keep on going, and it's just like that. They have just beautiful graphics with really easy, plain to read text that's simple. So that's what they're doing here, right? Keep going. You got Bink's Corner Reward, tells you a little bit about that. You got the graphics over here. But I mean, for the most part, if you have a booth, usually you already have your own artwork of some kind or graphics, the same stuff you're putting out there, which is great. You can remix that, you can use that. But even if you're not an artist and you would like to have more art type stuff, there's royalty-free pics or AI. You can always do that. There's nothing wrong with using those tools to make your stuff pretty.
Not at all.
But then B, there's so many artists in Wax that are willing to collaborate. Now, you know, if it's just making some art for slides, maybe some of them might be totally down for it. But even on a next level, I just want to add, if you're a collection and you're wanting artist help, I'm talking to a few people that might start a music collection. Shout out Funk and Crypto. I hope you do soon. But like, if you're trying to start a music collection, you're able to make music, but now you also need cover art, and you're not an artist, but then you don't want to use AI. You can partner up with an artist on Wax. It's just a matter of getting out there and getting familiar and asking them, and they might even do it for free for a royalty split. And then next thing you know, you have a collab, you know. So just throwing it out there. Just from interviewing so many people in 2 years now, I know so many artists in Wax. It's as easy as talking to them. Keep on going. Here, they broke this out into 3 sections. That's fantastic. Premium feature, special feature, standard feature. And it explains the differences between them here. It's all nice and fall themed because this was in November. Isn't that beautiful? Sweepstakes here, tells you about that, how you can enter. Crowd play games, it tells you some of the different games that they got on their website. So it's telling you a really nice overview of the whole thing without diving into the nitty gritty, which would be on your website. Here, Binks Exchange tells you about that. Now, what Binks is doing here is mostly their overall project. It's not specific to a special drop or something that's specific to this convention. That's okay too. If you're not doing anything super special and exclusive, then doing something like this where it's only for your whole project as a whole is okay. But try to go follow these guidelines that John had. And this will all be on YouTube later, so feel free to go and check it out after as well for reminders. But this is the goal that we're going with here. Here he's got community. We got people, some happy faces on here. You know, very awesome vibe. Well-being and wellness focus. It tells you a little bit about that. And then back to the first one. So this is a grade A slideshow right here. Especially where they don't. Right, you're muted, Matt. Especially where they don't have their exclusive drops. So they're only showcasing their main project, and it's still good enough like that. Were you saying something?
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Oh, sorry, it's my earphones. Right. Yeah, we're good. You're good. You're good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. My earphones are bugging.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. No, I was going to say. Yeah. So I've sort of forgotten what I was going to say. Can you just skip back to the first slide, which is the one with the packs? We can just deconstruct that quickly. Right, that one, yeah. So, what I'm trying to get at when I'm saying don't just use your NFTs is that is it, right? Because you've got the PNG artwork for the packs, or Binks have in this case. All they've done is laid them out on top of each other. They've got the background, and again, consumers already said that. Get someone to do it for you, or use AI, or just make something quickly. And we haven't got much text. We've got 2 sentences worth of text, so that fulfills everything, doesn't it? I'm immediately hooked. I want to know more. Yeah, simple as that. That's all I was trying to say, consumer.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't say much. So you don't want to have your slides only show your NFTs and then nothing else. This is more like a hook. Yeah, so it's showing all the packs. It's showing the art style. It gives you a little blurb. It doesn't tell you anything more, but you don't need to know anything more here. So it's just like a little introduction to the artwork that they have collectibles. Hey, this is our collectible. And then the rest of the slides, they continue, and they have all the other things. Maybe, they also have a lot of offerings on their website, but maybe if you only had NFTs, then the next one, you can break those out further. What is inside of each pack? What are you even getting? What can you do with these NFTs? Is there blending options? Things like that. Hey, that takes me to the next one. So this, GoPro is great too here. But this one here, Fifth Spatial, he's got very simple slides, but the slides that he does have here, they show the NFTs really well. I like the way that he's showing them. So you got fragments, animalities, ancient mark. These are 3 different types. You got 2x shards equals this. Very simple, easy way to show the blending. So if you have a blending setup, then you should probably have some kind of slide that shows that blending setup. Here, any 3x stickers equals this one. So it's like, show your ingredients, show their pictures equals this. Something simple like that easily shows like, hey, there's blending in this collection. Another thing that people really want to know about NFTs is what you can do with them. So if there's any sort of rewards structure in your collection or utility, whatever you call it, make sure to put that in there somehow. Not huge paragraphs, but if like this if this thing stakes in a wax DAO, just say that, hey, this thing stakes, and then it'll earn you this much stuff. Or, oh, it's a redeemable. Oh, boom, you can redeem this for a physical. Or it gives you entries. These are the more common rewards that you see. This is the stuff that you might want in your slides because people are seeing it for the first time. They like the visual. The visuals are great. It's simple, but then they might want to know what you do with them. So that helps too. Let's keep going here. GoParel has just a fantastic slideshow. Just shouts to GoParel and Wax Wolves. Check us out. NFTs, retail hosting. They got this colorful slide with their style, their Wax Wolves. They got the tie-dye theme, which is what they do. Really big. Look at that. It's straight and to the point, big, pretty. Want your PFP on a shirt? Any PFP, we can help you with that. They'll print your shirts. You want something of yours on a shirt? They'll help you with that. Boom. There it is. And their links are all up here too, of course. So if you were to click on these, or if you were to look at here, like we are, you can go to their website directly from this page. That's the purpose of it. Web services, they got this bulleted list here at the left with some fun font too. It's not just standard font. This is kind of fitting into their graphics and their brand here. Management, website hosting, design, optimized WordPress, dedicated hosting, and then a picture of a computer. And this is a stock photo, it looks like too, which you can get for free. Pixabay.com, by the way, has tons and tons of free photos you're able to use. And they put on the screen, they put their website on the screen. So that is a really simple way to show, oh, this is our website. But the fact that it's on a photograph of a computer monitor just adds that much extra level of like just attractiveness and eye-catching just by doing that. And that simple picture you can even get, if you go to pixabay.com, I could search computer. This is fantastic for promo work. People, as far as putting artwork inside NFTs, people are a lot more wary about using royalty-free and inside NFTs. But as far as your slides go and your socials and all that, just don't worry about it. Just go and grab some. You can search. There's thousands of pics here. Pexels, they use a lot of the same. Pexels and Pixabay use a lot of the same pics. But they're all free to use. These are all free to use. So you can just download them, boom, commercial use. You're allowed to use them commercially. So easy, Now it takes the work to actually go do that, but the tools are there to help. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, in real life, right? I have to buy stock photography for my real life job if we're printing a report for someone, right? But if I'm tendering to somebody to try and get work, I'll just rip images from anywhere because it doesn't matter because that's not going to be published. So it's the same rules. Don't worry about sort of like getting told off. I mean, don't go robbing, highly recognized images, but so long as you're not minting it on an NFT, there is no reason you could use pretty much what you wanted in your slide presentation.
Yeah.
I've had to leave the stream because I'm on the stairs now.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm starting to cook dinner.
Cool. By Jurassic, you said you already pre-made a few promos with the QR to Gitbook page, but since then migrated to a Weebly site. Gitbook still got 90% of relevant info and link to a new page on welcome page. Would it be better to remake the templates or leave them as they are? I'm not quite understanding. So you're saying you have a website over here with stuff, and then you made another website with stuff, and you're wondering if you should use both or if you should like migrate it all? Is that the question? Well, it kind of depends. I mean, I would probably roll with one usually, but it just depends. You can link whatever you want. So if you wanted to link one for one thing and link something else for another, you can. That's fine to do that. I started with a Gitbook page and directs all templates there. Since then, I now work on Weebly. Oh, you mean the template, your attributes. The attributes in your templates are directing to an old website. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. The attributes cannot be changed. So it's not really the best idea to have, to disable an old website that is on an attribute. If you're able to, sometimes they cost money. Sometimes you do what you got to do. But preferably, you'd still keep it active in case people go there from the attribute. But if you're using a newer website, make sure to link that website on the old website. Make sure to do that. So the old website, you can still have stuff there. You can even have info there, especially if it stays active. There you go. You already did. But then, at the top, be like, hey, come to our new website. That way, whoever comes there from the old attributes, that old templates that are out and about, at least then they'll see the new website. So that's what I would recommend. I'd keep it active, but you can use the new website and just put at the top that you've migrated. Or you could even have no info. That's true too, other than the redirect. That's a good point, Dan Asker. So you could get rid of all your info from the old website. Get rid of all of it, and just have the. So it's just a landing page to take you to the main website. That's probably better. Or just a straight redirect if you're able. If you're able to do a straight redirect, like the URL of the old website goes right to the new website, that's even better. If you can't, then maybe just do a landing page and be like, we're on a new website now here. That might be your better bet. Yeah, time to maintain multiple sites. Yeah, true. Yeah, if you can make the redirect happen, even better. Redirect that guy. Redirect it. But that's something to keep in mind. If you have old templates, the attributes there, they have websites on them. If you don't use those websites no more, you should keep that in mind just in case people go there, that they should get to somewhere that will direct them to where they should go. All right? Yeah, if you need help, maybe somebody could help you too after. Ongoing here on Wax Wolves here, they have their PFPs. Again, it's just showing their NFTs, but it's a great slide showing that, like, hey, these are our PFPs. That's all there is to it. And then the rest of the slides still have more stuff. Here, they show more of the printing stuff. You see that every slide also has different fonts and styles as part of the slide. So it's like it keeps changing up. It's not boring as you're flipping through these. Holding Wax Wolves, check out the Wax Wolves Den community forum. So very, very simple. Tells you exactly where to go. If you're holding, it's going to give you all the information you need to know as a holder. What kind of things you're doing, what kind of perks, community stuff are there. Tells you right with a slide. All right, sweet. There's guide and docs on how to set up an external site redirect on Gitbook. That'd be the way to go, I'd say. Redirect that bad boy. Don't worry about your old site at all. As long as it redirects, then you're good. Only do one site. That'd be the better way. Here, viral mugs, shirts, phone cases, and more. Boom. They got little graphics for each of these here. Just like that. If you're not an artist, you can grab little graphics like this from Pixabay and then put your stuff on them, It's easy. It's just whatever you want to do. If I want a shirt, I'll search clip art too. Shirt clip art. If I want to play around with stuff, you can download stuff. And then put whatever you want on there, It's whatever you're doing. These are just tricks to help you graphic design. And it doesn't matter when it comes to slides and promo, it doesn't matter that you're using royalty free. It's all right. People get bent out of shape if it's inside your NFT, because that should be original artwork in the NFT usually, or AI, or at least it's labeled as such. But when it comes to promo, you know, just do it. Like, it's okay. As long as you're not stealing, it's not copyrighted. So when we're grabbing stuff from Pixabay, it's royalty free. It's commercially available. Wax merch. Look at that. Here's another slide with the merch, with the logos on the merch, and that's just stuff that they put on there. Here, they made this statement with a big old paragraph, telling you that they're an independent couple. You know, lets you visualize a little bit of who you're talking to here. Maybe if you're doxxed, maybe even you want your own photo on there somewhere. I'm doxxed, I'm on my stream, you know? So maybe I want my face on the slide somewhere, like, hey, like, that tells you instantly, oh, okay, this is who that person is, you know? Now, personally, I never had enough time to make slides as good as I wanted. They're the last thing I do before convention. So I feel like my own slides could be better every time we do it. But point remains, these are all fantastic tips. Hey, what's up, Funko Lover? How's it going? Here's the Waffles Kitty one. Very simple slideshow, very straight to the point, and does exactly what we mentioned here. So, you know, simple, big lettering. We got some graphics. You got her face on there, like I just said. Like, hey, this is Waffles Kitty. I'm a real person. I'm here. I'm really doing it. This is me. If you want to do that, then great. You're telling people you're real and who you are. Here's our big logo here, you know, Waffles Kitty. Boom. Keep going. And she's got bullets here. It tells you what kind of things you might find in her collection. Collab, VRL, posters, coloring book, journal, all these different things. Got little graphics on here, so it's not just blah and boring. Here, we got pictures of the merch, and it tells you a little bit about that. Boom. Really, really easy. You want to make really nice and clear with visuals what kinds of things you're showing. Yeah, variety. But yeah, they're all different in their own ways because they're all created by different people. But they do kind of follow the tips that Drawing Company had in the beginning there, or maybe not following exactly, but still kind of, you know, matching the vibe that way. It's just, for the most part, you're just keeping it simple. You're having pretty graphics. You have relevant info. You're trying to promote exclusive drops. You having calls to action, like this stuff. Well, social media is great. That is a call to action. These links, follow me. But if you have any special drop, obviously that should be an upfront thing. If you have an exclusive, and tell people where it is, how do you get it, how much is it, when does it drop? All these informations that you can get right there on the slide.
Right, consumer, I'm gonna have to go because I'm on Mr. Kiki duty.
It works. Well,
yeah, he wants to just say hello. Do you want to say hello to everybody, Mr. Kiki?
Yeah.
Say hello quickly then.
Hello.
Do you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah.
Who to?
So.
You like Waffles Kitty, yeah? You liked her stuff. You just have to say shout out Waffles Kitty.
Shout out Waffles.
There you go. Okay,
So
so
Matt, can we go in?
No. Okay, listen, we're gonna go. So have fun, guys.
all right.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Bye.
Later. Shout outs. Oh man, we're gonna have to have the little one over in the metaverse convention as well. Yeah. Well, Drawing Company had to leave, but regardless, that was a great presentation. It's going to be on YouTube. I'll post it later. I'm going to continue a little bit here just with examples, slides. Anybody here is welcome to get on voice and with any kind of thoughts or questions about anything. We're going to continue. We got an hour to go before the AMA train starts. You are able to join the Twitchy Tides as well. Wherever I have that guy, I don't know. I have it somewhere though. So if you do ! play in your wallet, you'll be entering the Twitchy Tides too. All right, Cute Beasties. Oh, hey Nikki, how's it going? All right. Anybody else? If you want to come to the metaverse. All right, we answered your question. That was a good question though, Jurassic. Thanks. Anybody else has questions? Just throw them at us. Anybody in Twitch, if you want to come over and hang out here with an avatar, the link's right down there. ! Join, and it'll give you that link. Cute Beasties, she's got these. So right off the bat, you got the logo. just cute arts. This is the art style she's got. So right from the banner, you can see that. Next we have, it's kind of paragraph form, but it's also really large text. So even though it is kind of paragraph-like, it's still very easy and fluent to read with graphics on the side. So it's still a very good slide, even though it is kind of a different format from the others, right? So you can just read through this. As long as it's still tight, concise sentences, the way John said. You don't want a giant paragraph that drags on, or text that is too small. You want to, like he said, it's kind of a mix between a flyer and a billboard. Kind of, you're condensing info into a billboard, but it also has meaningful info in the slides. It's not just like a billboard out on the road, right? You're not just driving by these. You are reading these, but it's also not a blog post. So it's like in the middle. Yo, Broken in the house. What up, though? We're checking out some slides here, some effective slide design. That's what we're chatting about today here. Sounds
like a sexy topic.
Yes, very sexy indeed. How's it going, Broken Dolls?
We good.
Excellent. Here, it looks like the city background turned off. Boop. Back on. Now we got a nice, pretty background again. So yeah, an hour ago, John Company started. He had a nice presentation about slide design and tips. He even showed some Broken Dolls slides, because that's what he does, and they're fantastic. And now I had picked a few projects with great slide design, and I'm kind of just going through them here. But anybody here in the metaverse is welcome to pipe up and voice about this topic if you want, if you can. At the end of the stream, also we'll have the open floor for that is kind of meant more for just straight shilling about your project, an open floor. At least for now, let's stay on topic about slide design, and then at the end of the stream, if you want to go off with anything about your project, then great. Keep going here. We have the pin project. So she's telling us, oh, there's phase 1 and there's a phase 2. Here's what's happening in phase 1. Here's what's happening in phase 2. Boom, you're getting the info you need and you're looking for as a new person. The next pin, oh, this is telling you when the next one's coming. Oh, it's in November. It's very casually written here. She's speaking to us like a regular person. It's not a bunch of fancy jargon or anything like that. Of course, this is just a quick art collection too, so it also kind of depends some. Your verbiage might depend on your collection. What's coming? More cute beasties, more of this, more of that. You know, it's telling you what's coming. Spoilers, there will be this, blah, blah. Great. And then at the very end, we got a call to action. I plan to be at NFTOPIA with more updates at the next one. Here's all my info. There it is. And then on this landing page, we also have the link tree, which has all the links on it. So this is fantastic stuff. As you're creating your slides, again, you just want to watch it back again if you need to, but for the most part, you keep it simple, stupid. To the point, you're mixing a billboard and a flyer together, so it shouldn't have too much info, it shouldn't be too convoluted and boring, but also it should have enough to where it's getting points across. So highlighting your NFTs, how the blends work, the rewards and perks, the exclusive drop that you might have at NFTOPIA, what is it? That kind of stuff is with a mix of graphics too, is the kind of stuff that you want on here. Here's a kind of a more a bigger company type one. So even though this is still a small company, but this is more like a bigger, like a software type project, not just a little art collection. Future Fest, this is a metaverse platform on Cardano. They have a great slide here. They're showing like all these really awesome visuals. Very easy to read paragraph here. It tells you exactly what it is. It's a digital events platform that builds shared experiences in the metaverse. Awesome. Here, a look at our platform. We got these little bullets that tells you some of the main things you could do on there. Fantastic. Partners. So this kind of goes along with what Dron said with numbers. Maybe if you're proud of your stats, or if you have big partners like this, maybe you want a slide toward the end that shows them, like, hey, these are the big guys that I've worked with. Or, hey, these are the types of numbers that I got through this period. These are the numbers, like the way John had. Like, this is how many people are in our Discord, how many followers, how much secondary volume, all these stats, if you have them, is good stuff to showcase, to brag about, right? It's showing, what do you call it? When you're proving yourself or whatever. Traction, showing traction. And it's proving that you're not a nobody. It's building trust that way. Recognition, reputation. That's what I meant. Reputation. And then at the end, there's your call to action link. Get in touch. Here's our email. Here's our Twitter, website. Bam. Perfect. Perfect slides. Great job. This is the kind of stuff you're shooting for. Pretty quick too, right? All they had was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slides. You can have more slides. You can have less slides. You can have 3 slides. There's no rules to how many slides. The point is you're trying to get all your info across in the slides. We would highly recommend to still do slides. So technically, you don't have to, because there are booths here that they only have their banner on the booth. And then that's it. You click on their landing page and they have their links. And then they'll have their banner image on their landing page. Or they might have videos there, which is good. And, you know, you'll do it any way that you want at the end of the day, but we're here to try to teach effective design. And when it comes to effective design, it should have more than that. It shouldn't just be a bunch of text on this website. This landing page shouldn't be a bunch of paragraphs on the page. You should be making slideshows like these. Because we're going to go through them like this during convention too. So even though you don't actually flip through the slides inside the metaverse, you only have the banners there, you're going to click them to your landing page, and then you'll flip through the slides like this. So people will still be reading slides like a slideshow in the same way that we used to do in Inverse when it was in the metaverse. And also, using this method, I think is really neat. These landing pages, they can stay open as other tabs. So when people are going and exploring booths, if they're on a booth's slideshow that they like, but they're done in the moment and they want to go somewhere else, but they want to check out the stuff, if they want to remember and go back to it later, they can just leave that tab open. So instead of having to look at it in the metaverse only and then leaving, you can flip it out to this web page and then and go back to it. So or bookmark it even. So these are helpful things. So, and these landing pages we're giving to you guys for free as part of your booth. If you have your own website that's decked out like this, we'll link it if you want. So we'll link it, and Novo Pangea does a great job. They make their own website, so we'll link it. But if you don't, then we will make these landing pages for you on our website. All you got to do is give us these slides and the info, and we'll put it in there. So that's all on us as part of the booth. And then lastly, I have another one here, which is a little different. This is not an NFT collection. This would be my crypto attorney, who helps me with advice for anything I'll need to know about crypto. Artavid Law. He's also spoken here a few times. And he's doing something similar to like Cute Beasties. He's got text paragraphs, but they're very large font, easy to read, very simple. He's got his face right here, really friendly, smiling, welcoming. Hey, you can talk to me. Keep going. Very easy to read. You got graphics over here that they got from royalty-free sites, art services. Boom. Next up, crypto, NFTs, blockchain. It goes in a little bit more background of what kind of law that they practice. With some graphics on the sides. This is royalty-free stuff. Like this little Bitcoin thing and blockchain. Like this is just, they got it from somewhere, some royalty-free site, and they've spiced up their slide big time. Keep going, like this here too, this little picture of the Bitcoin stuff. This is just a royalty-free pic, but man, it just adds so much to your slide. Whatever it is that you're showing on your slide, you can theme it up based on the royalty-free images that you can get, or the AI you produce. Heck, these days there's even AI inside Messenger, I've noticed. So if you don't want to pay the $30 for Midjourney's amazing for that stuff. But if you want a free option that's still pretty good quality AI, you can do it inside your mobile app on Messenger from Facebook, Meta Messenger. And there's an Imagine option there now where you can do AI inside Messenger for free. So there's lots of options to create graphics even if you're not an artist. Here, the next slide, business formation and setup. Here we see, it's more things that they help you work with, right? Bullets, very good, with graphics. Same thing, more things that they're offering. And then at the end, boom, call to action. Contact us. Here's the website, phone. You even got an icon for each of these. So that's really good. This is really good slide design from everybody that I just showed. These are some of my favorite ones from November. So hopefully that all these examples helped. But like we said earlier, you can also look yourself. You can go into the actual place and click on the things for inspiration. These are the kind of goals you're shooting for. And we're getting there too. We're only 5 weeks out now or something like that. So it's time to start crunching down. And Drawn Company, I mean, he kind of said it really well. But like, why are the booth owners not doing more to promote that they will be there? We're trying to tell everyone to do that. We do have 61 booths now, and only a very small amount of them are actually promoting to their own audience that they're going to come. And you know, these conventions, it's great that we're getting booths and we're getting the attendees that we have, but it would be so much more of a success if every one of the booths was promoting to their own audience that they were coming the best way that they can. You should all be making Discord events inside your communities. You should be making posts. You should be, like he said, use our logo, use the NFTOPIA logo. We'll be retweeting that. We love that stuff. We'll be showcasing it. This is all easy, free promotion for you. And also it brings your community over to make all this work. So whenever we have our convention, hopefully we'll have attendees that also check out your stuff, even though they're not familiar with you. But where are they actually coming from? Some of it's coming from our own promotion, and we're trying to do the best we can to promote. But we're also not big shots. So really, most of the attendees, they're coming from the bigger projects that are participating, usually. But if those projects are not promoting it, then it's so much less people that come than what could come. So all it would really take, if everybody that is exhibiting, all it would take is just to push it out to your own audience, even if you're small, even if your community is small, just make sure, and I know the smaller guys are doing that a lot more than the bigger guys. But if everybody just had that mentality and tried to bring everybody over at the weekend, then all of us would excel, because all of us would be sharing audiences with each other. The big guys would be bringing their guys, the little guys would be bringing their guys, and we're all going to get to intermingle, and that's what's going to bring the most people. We're going to do the best we can. We're doing some paid advertising. We're going to have a Wax Up campaign starting. We'll do what we can, but we would really, anybody listening that has a booth, we'd appreciate your help. He had some great examples, Drawn did, from Tricky Creations and Vulnerability Agents who are here. You guys do fantastic. And that's the kind of stuff we should see from everybody. And you're getting free promo out of it, because every time you do that and it's pretty, we like it and we retweet it and we push it in other places. So just tips, some tips. Any thoughts about anything? As a reply to my question above, all link now leads to a page which sends you to my new website. There you go, Jurassic. You got it figured out already, huh? There you go. We're still going to be here for 45 minutes for the roundtable talk. If anybody wants to get on voice, I welcome you to do it now. If you want to talk about slides, if you have questions. I see a few people here that have projects. Thank you. We do have an attendance form, but if you don't fill it out, it's okay, because I'll still watch back the stream and get everyone anyway. But if you're a project owner, go ahead and fill out this form anyway. And those that attended all NFTOPIA school sessions this year, so this is the third one. If you attend all four, including the one April 27th, you'll get a free booth. Free booth! A few people here are on their way, on track to do that, so that's great. And shout outs to everybody that's here with. Hey, Byron just popped in. Fantastic. Welcome, Byron. Broken Dolls, Dr. Doom, Dre, Fat B, Funkin' Crypto, Jurassic, Mickver, Nikki, Nomadan, Randman, Veerman, Votability Agents. Hanging out in the metaverse. Anybody else is welcome to come over too. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Nomadan, you didn't. You're here chilling with us. You were at NFTOPIA 3 in July, and yeah, things are different now, huh? We're using a Frame VR platform. Most people think that it's more smooth too, which is a great thing. And we're utilizing these screen share walls, which is really awesome. Here, I'm gonna see if I can put his presentation back on here.
Actually, like the space is really smooth, and the fact that we can connect the Ready Player Me as well.
Yeah, that's fun too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. So this is the slideshow that. What are we doing here? That Drawn Company had. Oh, if I play from beginning, it's gonna overtake all three of my monitors. Weird. We'll keep it like that. It works. Yeah, let's flip through here. If anybody wants to pipe up in voice and mention anything, let's go ahead and for now, let's save just the general introductions and chilling about your own brand. Let's save that for the open floor if we can, but you're welcome to then. That's still going to be about 5 hours. I know that's a while from now. We did move the whole thing earlier by 2 hours to hopefully help people where it's super late for them. Oh, clicking the wrong place. Yeah, so here he said key points to consider. There's your key points. Keep it simple, brief. Oh, here's your examples from Broken Dolls. There you go, the QR code. Yeah, so he touched on that. I didn't touch on that. My examples didn't have any QR codes. It depends also on the link, I think.
Oh man, this is so old.
Yeah, but it's still perfect. Yeah, it is a Digicon one. But yeah, but the point is right there. You're using QR codes, and right there it is, how you explain the blend. It's like, boom, you got your ingredients there, you got your graphic, very simple text, gets to the point. These are fantastic slides. For the QR code, if your link is to like a form fill, then I think that's perfect because you can do that really quick right from your phone. If your link is like something where you log in with your WAX, if it's a drop link, you can still have a QR code to that, but make sure to also have your link on your landing page because a lot of people, including myself, I'm not signed in on my my wallets in my phone. Usually it signs you out anyway, so you'd have to log in a lot. I do all that on desktop, so make sure not to have exclusive QR codes. If you're going to use QR codes, it's fine on your slides, but put those links inside the landing page too. And we're making those pages, but send us those links. And that way, at least then it's there too, and people can click on it on their desktop as well. There's going to be a lot of people that are just clicking, that are buying the things. They're buying NFTs. They're doing it on desktop. They don't want to fiddle with their phone. But you can still do it on your phone too. It's just kind of I don't know. It's kind of a balance.
It also started when back then at Digicon we couldn't put.
True.
We could only put like 3 links at the booth, and if you had like multiple drops or something more interesting than your Twitter, your TG, and your website, that was pretty much the only way. Like the easiest way to do it.
That's a good point. At Inverse, you can only have 4 links. So if you had all your socials there, you had to use a QR for extras. Well, now we don't have that limit.
Fun at making people like use their phone to scan it. It's like a real convention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, it's still cool. I guess I'm downplaying the QR code here. It's still awesome. I just think that some people would rather use desktop for things like buying drops.
Yeah.
But even better is user choice. Put it on both. The QR code stands out as something to scan, so it captures your eye, and it's like it makes you go and want to do that or click on it. So that's also a factor. Or if what you're showing is something more quick, if it's a form to fill for something or giveaway, or even a video or something, if there's space, I would put that there. I had a mobile game. Consumer Break's a mobile game. Right now it's down, but in the past it was always there. I'm putting that on the QR code for sure, because that's a mobile game. So anything that people already do on mobile, even like a Twitch or something, or following, or like social media, because on their phones they're already signed in on those things. So if you have a mobile game, then for sure put a QR code, because now they're scanning it and they're able to instantly play it on their phone. Or social media is actually not a bad idea. If you have social media, maybe you want a QR code for that. Or even your link tree, a link tree that has your socials. You can scan your QR code. Now your link tree's on my phone. Now I can click each one, and it's going to open each app on my phone. It's going to open my Twitter app, my Twitch app. So, these are all great tips, really good tips. Sweet spot, the flyers, in between flyers and billboards. And then he had some examples of his own, and great. So like the slides I was just looking at for the past hour, a lot of similar vibes. It's obviously different types of art styles, different configurations, everyone's different. But the themes and the tips are kind of the same, aren't they? We're keeping it simple. We have graphics. We're sticking to the point. Here, this is an exclusive drop, so this is all about that, right? With a QR code. Here, he's showing the different groups of things, right? Staking, he's showing at the bottom the rewards. He's got QR code on that too. Same thing here. He's showing the NFTs, the packs. He has info on the bottom about them. It's very eye-catching, very colorful. This is a teaser, but that's also a good slide. It makes you want more. Makes you want more. It's a teaser. If you're on desktop at NFTOPIA and you want to check out on your phone without clicking away from NFTOPIA, it's easy to do. Yeah. You can use both. Use QR codes and put your links in the landing page. Do both. These are good slides too. He called them a cutting room floor. He put them on the website because you only have X amount of banners. But those are still slides on the website. That still counts. Here again, he's got the different ranks and their values, or whatever this is. Awesome. Here's another one. Great. Here's his example for some stats. If you have some stats, maybe you want to include, Consumer Break. We have 100,000 mints out and about now. Maybe that's something I want to put on there. We have 100,000 mints out. I have 2.1 thousand Twitch followers. That's the kind of stuff. It shows reputation just from looking at the slide just by itself. I'm missing the Consumer Break app. I have to substitute with the cardboard jigsaw puzzles. Are you a jigsaw puzzler? Are you a jigsaw person? I am happy to announce that now the reason Consumer Break went down is because I had bad, a bad experience with developers on the back end, which is an ongoing story for like 12 years for me. That's just how it is. I go from one bad dev to the next, to the next, to the next. And it happened again. And things cost way too much for me, and they broke my bank. We had to shut it down, and I had to call it quits with those guys. I had to, or else it was gonna.
Aren't like devs sometimes it's like a dentist? Like he tells you a number, and you're like, okay. He probably knows what he's talking about.
One dev will quote $2,000, another dev will quote $50,000 for the same thing.
Yeah.
It's insane, and it's so hard to find a good dev because.
Especially in like Web3, because it's not.
I could go on and on about this, but it's hard because they all talk themselves up as being the best. They all charge a huge amount of money, and at the end of the day, they're the ones building your product. You might have the vision, but if they build a crap product, then you're stuck with the crap product. You need a good relationship with your devs, and it's hard to find them. It is. But I am happy to announce, though, let me add to that I have found the new dev partner team. I still never announced who it was, but it is people that we know from the space. Maybe I'll just keep it a little mystery for now. They have taken over. They took over the entire back end. They have all the code, and they changed the hosting away from AWS, which is way too expensive for my stage, and they changed it to something affordable. Everything is fantastic on that front. The only thing now is I don't have the time, y'all. I don't have the time to deal with all that. I'm a one-man team. Now NFTOPIA and Twitch is my new primary thing, and I also work part-time as a job to pay the bills. So we're looking to relaunch at the end of the year in the fall, but hopefully with a bigger team and hopefully funding. But as far as the tech goes, the IT goes, we're set. They're ready to relaunch, and that's so happy. Not only that, but they're doing it as partners, like an actual dev partner really should, but it's so hard to find. They're not charging money for it. They're just doing it for royalties, and oh my God, that's the kind of partner you need. And I'm grateful for that. I am stoked for that. But I just can't relaunch it right now. I'm like dying. I'm just straight up too much. I'm too overworked. So hopefully this fall, we'll get a bigger team and maybe even some funding, and we'll bring the app back. And it'll pick up right where it left off. We'll have collabs all the time from WAX and all that. We had 130 players when we left, which is not bad for WAX, really. But we need a lot more to get big brands. But yeah, we'll pick up right where we left off. Hopefully 100 players and new collabs. And till then, though, it's NFTOPIA all the way. Because this takes enough time as it is. Oh, what's up, OP Influencer? Busy day here, but I'm lurking. Cool, no worries. So we've been talking here about slide design. We got a half hour left until we start the AMA train. If there's anyone in voice that still wants to pipe up about this stuff, the slide design promo.
By the way, I think that NFTOPIA is a good event that creators can push in social media other than Twitter. Well, I'm talking about Facebook, basically. Brakeman, both we're Facebook friends.
Yeah.
And
one of the few, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
Crypto people, I don't know. It's so. I guess I sort of kind of get it too, but I don't know. But crypto people use Twitter mostly, not Facebook, not Instagram. But those things are still there to post on. I still have those. I used Facebook and Instagram as a brand page way more prior to crypto. Then I went to Twitter and Discord. But those things are still there to post.
I think that events like NFTOPIA are easier to sell on Facebook.
Yeah. So
your NFT project.
Yeah, I agree. So just the fact that if you're showing the metaverse experience and not so much about NFTs. That's right. People on Facebook don't care about NFTs. That's just the way it is. My personal friends don't care about them. And that's okay. That's okay. We're in a niche. It's okay. Your friends don't have to like everything that you're doing. They won't, actually. Usually they won't. They're a different market. Your market should be who you're targeting. And whenever we're doing NFTs, we're targeting those people. But as far as a metaverse goes, like a video game, that is way more broad and understandable and attractive to the layman, mainstream person than NFTs. Like when we're talking about NFTOPIA, if we're sharing screenshots, which we sure will in May, there's going to be a ton of screenshots because that's how you get badges and all sorts of stuff happening. Share that stuff on Facebook too. Why not? Put it on Instagram, wherever. The more that you guys are helping, when I'm saying you guys, I mean anybody, whether you're exhibiting or you're attending, the more that you guys are also putting it out on social media, the more people we can get, the more bigger events we can do. That's how that's the success of NFTOPIA is the more people we can get to come to these events, the more stuff we can do. The bigger projects we bring, the more others get attracted by that. But then the big projects, they won't participate unless they see other big projects. So So it's a whole thing. We don't do too bad right now because Digicon started it before us. I think we do pretty good, considering, also bear market. But it could be a lot better if everyone was promoting that they were going to be there too. So just keep that in mind. Not to like keep beating it, but not many really do it. And it would just help everybody so much if they did. Mickverse says, I've made so many friends in crypto. Yeah, absolutely. All my friends are in crypto. I don't talk to anyone in real life. Isn't that funny and kind of sad? I have my roommates that I live with, and I have my brother who I go see. And all the friends I used to have, I mean, they're still on my Facebook and stuff, but I'm in my own world now. They're in their own worlds. Usually people at this age, in the 30s, now they're living families, and they're off living their family life. It's not the same as it was when we were teens. But regardless, all my friends are here. Like, this is who I talk to primarily, is people online. I talk to in text. I talk to a few people all the time in text. And then through these streams and stuff, or conventions or whatever, we talk in voice too. And yeah, I've lots of amazing people. Not just amazing people, but people that are in your niche now. So as a creator, creative people, right? The fact that I've met so many and I talk to and collaborate with so many people who are like-minded to me now, people that also like to create stuff, has really changed my life and has kept me going, because prior to that, it wasn't like that. I don't have people in real life that have that creative mindset. Maybe a couple, you know. I know a couple people that play guitar, but none of them are actually online, like really making stuff, you know. Even like Web 2 stuff. There's not many people in West Virginia where I live that do YouTube or are on Twitter or do music or art. None of that. So the fact that we are in this niche that lets you make friends and congregate with friends all over the world, even here we are right now all over the world, that are in your same niche, and the internet lets us do that, and it's fantastic. That's what's up. Same here. Where is everyone from? I'm in West Virginia, USA. Broken Dolls is in Israel. I hope things are well over there right now. I know Funk and Crypto's in Kentucky. So we got agents here. He's in Venezuela. So we got lots of people from everywhere. I don't think I'll be around during the open floor, but I'm hoping to chat for a few minutes. Yeah, all right, we could do that. We got a half hour left. Middle of Canada, says Byron. Awesome. Vegas. Hey, Terror Mike in the house. What up? From Jumbie Art is in Las Vegas. Nikki's from Eastern Canada. Mickverse from Australia. Wow, it's late for you. Yeah, see that? We're congregating right now as we speak, even though I'm the one that's mostly rambling. We're still here together in text, and we're hanging out from all over the world, and we're all like-minded. We all are here for NFTOPIA, NFTs, and creativeness, and art, and games, and all this stuff that we're doing here. And that's just beautiful. I love it so much. Bloody Zealous in the house from SoCal. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, no IRL friends, just online peeps, says Byron. Yeah? That's okay. You know? That's okay. Now, I am so busy that I never get out anyway. I wouldn't even have, like I wouldn't go do anything anyway because I'm too busy. I'm here at my computer at all times. So it's like I don't even see people. But through the internet, like this, I do. I congregate with you guys. So it makes it all work. All right, Zealous in the house. What up, though? So yeah, we'll give the floor to Dr. Doom. You don't have any specific things about slide design, but you want to talk about your project a little. That's fine. We got we got 25 minutes left until the AMA train. I do have a Twitchy Tides game up. Let me see if I can find that and put it on the screen here. Let's see what we got. But if anyone has more thoughts. Here it is. Anyone has more thoughts about slide design or promo or marketing or any tips, any questions, anything we didn't mention about that topic, then we'd love to hear from you. And then when we start the AMA train here in 25 minutes, that'll kick off. Several more hours to go. Several more hours. We'll have Hive Blockchain first with Mikver. Then we'll have Binks TV with Bloody Zealous. Then we'll have Futures Relic, Monster Vision, and Tricky Creations. And then we'll have the open floor with some others. So stay tuned for all of that. I'm going to put you tides right here on the left. Boop, there it is. So you can sign in with !play in your wallet. We'll do it here whenever we switch, so not yet. And I'm going to stop screen sharing. Boom. All right. Yeah, Dr. Doom, if you want to get on the screen share and tell us anything new. Got any updates? Have you made any new arts? Anything like that? Are you working on your booth slides?
I have not started on my booth slides.
Okay. Well, we have time, but hopefully this helped a little too. And then you also got your planet, so that's exciting. You're going to be making a collab planet that will go in our art gallery and be part of the Galaxy Blend. Awesome. Yeah, give us a screen share. What else you got going on in your world?
How do I screen share?
The bottom right on the wall. You see that here? Do you see the share screen button on the wall? Then you got to pick your window. What's up, Zordo Block Art Wave? Welcome! Yeah, come on over to the metaverse if you like. Right here's the link. Everybody's welcome to come over, hang out. Awesome. So you have a drop. Stoned and still smoking bunny. All right.
Yeah, I made that for Easter.
Oh, we got an Easter drop. Sweet.
That's the wrong page. Still the wrong page.
Drop that link in here too if you want.
Yeah, I can do that.
Dre77 in the house. Dre, we're gonna hook you up with a Nada chair booth for free, which you're gonna get. You've been attending anyway. You get a free booth anyway. But even if you didn't, I was gonna give you a free Nada chair booth because I'm still using the Nada chair. I am right now. It's awesome. The Nada chair is a back brace. All right, without going into that, sorry, but it's a back brace that helps you sit up straight, and it just helps my back a lot.
I've got other new drops as well.
Oh, sweet. What's the collection link again? Doomworks? Doomsday? Yeah, put that up in the chat.
Doomworks V1, but I can double
You can see it in the URL. It's the best way to know the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just copy the URL into here if you can, and I'll share it. Yeah. 14 people in the metaverse. Look at us hanging out. And the Twitch says 57 people. That's what's up. Welcome, everyone. Oh, Bloody Zealous, you just redeemed. I just noticed that. You redeemed a pack. Anybody that redeems packs with channel points, I'll send that after stream. But if you redeem break bucks with your channel points, I'll send that out right away. All right, so Dr. Doom here is it.
I also was able to get so disorganized today. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I also was able to get my logo in the right place. Just took a while.
All right, so there's his collection. He's an independent artist. He's hanging out with us. He's going to be one of our exhibitors with a collab planet. If anybody wants to see more of his stuff.
And this drop is free. The Mr. Blackberry, he's free as long as you hold my whitelist and NTT.
Awesome. Yeah, NTTs we went over in previous school sessions, but they're non-transferable and they're a good way to have drops. That goes in the drop strategies school session, which is on YouTube. but it's a great way to avoid bots and have free drops by having the whitelist where you have to hold an NFT to get it.
Yeah, I mean, my NTT is only 1 wax or 1.5 wax, so it's pretty easy to get.
Yeah, because if anybody didn't know, if you have a free drop without any kind of limitations and no whitelists, it will get botted quite instantly, and it'll just rack up those free. Like if it's uncapped, it'll just keep going and going. It's just going to deplete all of your RAM, and that's just the way it is. These bots, they're built to scan for free drops and they're built to get them. But all you got to do is put a little price on it, and it gets rid of that. Even 1 wax, because then at least then the bots don't scan for those free ones. They won't even pay the 1 wax for it. Even if, I mean, you might still have a lot of people getting them for that price, maybe, hopefully. But the point is, if you put a little price on and it's public, at least then it won't get botted. And then by doing that, if you do want free drops, you can do that for an NTT like he's doing right here, a non-transferable, and then only people that hold it are able to get your free drops. Why do we make it non-transferable? Because you can abuse it if they are transferable. So if you're able to claim a free drop by holding an NFT that is transferable, then multi-accounters can just transfer that NFT out and then keep picking up the new free one with new accounts. See?
Yeah.
So that's the reason. That's the reason we use NTTs for that whitelist reason. Because then you can't. Then you have to buy it to be able to claim at one time. So it's like how many ever claims that you put on, but it'll be limited to those number of claims on that one NTT period. To do it on another wallet, you got to buy another one. So that's how that goes.
I had one more thing I wanted to share.
Okay. Chur says, all my old friends hate NFTs. They think it's some capitalist ripoff environmental hazard. Yeah, most of the mainstream does. Don't worry. They're not alone. I tell them otherwise. I see a huge shared database for creativity. Once you're in Wax blockchain, which is not so easy if you're not yet crypto. True. But also other chains are also not easy. I would say Hive and Wax are the easier ones to start. It's so easy to do the next step and be creative. Absolutely. You know, that's what I'm trying to do too. That's what we're all trying to do. Whenever we talk to Web 2 people, we're trying to debunk the negative that they've heard about it. Usually they only know the expensive monkey pictures. Yeah. So we have to explain that it's so much more than that. The fact that if you are in conversation with somebody about that, the fact that you're doing it, you're already doing amazing work. You're onboarding people. You're educating the public about the blockchain and debunking the bad rumors. This is good stuff. You're doing work that is not done very much. That's why the space is so small. So, awesome. Awesome. You want to show what else we got here? We got, is this a blend or
Yeah,
something?
I made my first collab blend with rare rug apes.
Oh, awesome. Collabo blend. Yeah, collaboration is a whole nother topic, especially in Wax, which I think is also in another school session. But there's so much stuff we can do together, whether it's a group, like NFTOPIA is one giant collab, or whether it's one other project you're working with. And then what is the collab? Are you doing a joint giveaway? That's going to be the easiest, a joint bounty block. Or are you making a drop? Like here you have a collab blend where the ingredients are from different projects coming together. That's awesome. We've done a lot of that too. Or sometimes you'll see the collab happening in the single NFT. You might be mixing your artworks together. You might have the character or the mascot of one project that's drawn in the art style of the other collab project. These are all things that are fantastic to do regularly, just to do anytime. But also, again, is another great thing to do for NFTOPIA, especially if it's another one that's exhibiting. If you both have a booth, and it could go for anybody. You can collab with anybody. Just start talking to people. But if you're collabing with somebody that has a booth, now both of you can promote that same thing. and you're both doing it together, and it's just fabulous. And then people at the convention can go and click on the things, and that's what's up. Hiya, chat. Hiya, what up? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Zordo. Welcome to the metaverse. Awesome.
I just want. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't want to. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to say thanks for the time just to talk. And
yeah, of course. Thank you for attending all the school sessions so far. You're on the way to your free booth. Hopefully, you learned a little too from it. And the same goes for anybody else. And it's also all on YouTube. So this video will be on YouTube too in the next few days. So you can watch back anything. Drone Company did mention that the last month's version, school, was the most valuable. I agree. It had the most valuable info in it last month. When he's talking about the ideation MVP strategy. So if you go back and watch that on YouTube, that'll probably help you. I just saw your cam for a second broken and it went away, but it was funny. Thank you for coming on. Anybody else? We got 15 minutes until we start our AMA with Hive. If anyone has any thoughts about anything, slide design, presentation. Look, here's Bloody Zealous. What up? Giving hearts. Awesome. Look, we got these reactions in here too. The emojis inside here. There's some hearts. Some confetti. All right. Well, I think this was fun. I think hopefully some people learned some things, especially if you're a creator. Stack those break bucks. Yeah, people on the Twitch, you're earning the break bucks. Thanks for hanging out with us. So I'll give you another tip too. Boop. There you go. You got an extra one there. Extra break buck. How are we looking over here on our Hive Hive article, Hive post? Let's see where we're at. I gotta find it because I got all the tabs open. Got them all open. All right, is that the right one? There we go. So our next AMA, which was still got a little more over 10 minutes, we're going to start talking about Hive blockchain and get into the nitty gritty. But before we even start that, we've already got a Threadcast live here, thanks to Might Possibly from Fifth Spatial. He couldn't be here today, but he did set this up. And is trending on Hive at the top because we got more than 25 comments on here. In fact, we got 42 comments now. Wow, that's awesome, y'all. So I would ask anybody that hasn't done it yet to go ahead and reply on here with your Hive account. If you do not have a Hive account, it's extremely easy and quick to create one. So right here in the chat, I put both the post and the link to create a Hive wallet. I'm going to put it here as well. So if you don't have a Hive wallet yet, go ahead and click on the first link in leo.io and sign up with your X or your Gmail account. It'll take a minute to do that. And then once you do that, you'll have a username and you can reply on our Threadcast. And you can like it as well. We're trying to just get some activity on here. It looks like we got activity. This is fantastic. Simple game. Can't wait for the Hive blockchain talk. All right, good. And we're going to, exactly, here in 10 minutes, we're going to start the Hive blockchain talk. And we're going to go over, what is this? It's social media, yes. But how can you earn from it? Why is it Web3? Why is this a blockchain? And those are great questions. This is Web3 social media. This is another blockchain that's not Wax. But a lot of Wax users also use Hive. And it's just used differently. Wax is fantastic for NFTs. You can't deny that. Hive is fantastic for social media blogging. You're actually earning a portion of rewards that are allotted every day to all posts. You're voting on where this reward should go to. And then you're splitting those rewards by interacting with it, along with the the bloggers that wrote the posts. And again, we'll get into that here in just a little bit, but that's what it is. Yeah. Yep. And they're also going to be an exhibitor. They also were in the past. They're the big booth there with Crypto Shots. So it's actually more than social media. It's a whole blockchain. You can build on it too. So Crypto Shots actually has NFTs as well on Hive. And Mikver here, who's going to help us orchestrate this AMA, he's a streamer for Crypto Shots. So he regularly plays and streams Crypto Shots using the Hive NFTs. Jurassic, I've got an Easter drop for 0.5 wax available if anyone collecting Easter NFTs. My nose is still clogged, but I can show it in quick. Hey, yeah. Yeah, come on over. Go ahead. The wall is yours, Jurassic. And drop the link in here too. Drop the link to the Easter drop. I got the Twitchy Chads up, so exclamation mark play in your wallet. Let's get on there. We'll do that right before the hour before we start. All right, there you go, Jurassic. You're in there. Oh, and there's the link. I'm going to put this link in the chat. This is for Jurassic's drop. It's an Easter drop. All right, we're looking at your screen there. Welcome to the beans. No, I don't hear you. We don't hear you. Are you muted? Where are you at? Yeah, it says you're muted. So you can either continue typing or maybe your mic's not hooked up or something. It won't let you unmute. Do you have your mic connected in the settings, the gear button? Well, what happens when you click unmute? Nothing? Weird. I don't know. But text is fine. You could also try refreshing. But the mic should be unmuting if you're connected there. All right, Dr. Doom, I keep getting an error. Your wallet is not saved properly. That's what... Oh, no, never mind. You're talking about Hive. Keep getting an error message when trying to create an account for Hive. What are you using your Gmail? Keep trying. See if you can try with X, maybe. I'm not sure what the error message looks like. We can try to help you later, too. Anybody that's trying to dig in Twitch, and if you're getting some kind of error on the dig, and it says something about not connecting to blockchain, that would be because your wallet is not saved right. So you'd have to like resave your wallet for that. But you're trying to sign up with Hive with your phone number. Okay, got an error when connecting, but then it started fixing it. I would just sign up with Gmail, really, or X, just to start with. And then you can always change things later. Like afterward is when you can download your keys and do all that stuff and start earning. But they're letting, it's like a custodial thing. It's like my cloud wallet. So InLeo has the thing where you can sign up with Gmail or X, and it's just like instant, and it's just the basic version. Yeah, I'll try to sign up with Twitter or Gmail.
Good work now. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, how's it going? Welcome.
Awesome. Thanks. We can start with this one. This is the Easter drop.
Okay, awesome. Welcome to Voice. We love it.
Thanks. So I did one last night, and I forgot to do like a price or whitelist, so bots claimed it, like wiped it out.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, and we've been covering. John mentioned also, you know, we've started a weekly space where we cover wax drops, and that is easy promo for anybody. Anybody that has drops at any time. All you gotta do is send it to us, or use the hashtag wax drop when you post, and we'll try to cover them in our spaces.
Yeah, I've tried to join, but the voice has been crappy.
Oh, that's fine. You're good.
This is like week.
Bloody asks, what blockchains does Hive support? Well, Hive is a blockchain.
Let me see if I can change.
So I'm not sure what support means beyond that with your question, but
there we go.
If you still have an issue, they may be out of creator token. Oh yeah. So all right.
This is the new page I have. I started building a little bit about what I do, what I focus, links and stuff. So my collection is mainly art and collectible, but I also do have a token called Beans, which is available on Alcor, TacoSwap, spot market on Alcor, listed on Hive, NFT Hive, NFT, WAX DAO, etc. And I recently moved the liquidity back to Alcor to have that, when you can put a percentage where you want to focus liquidity for a more stable price. And this is earned at the moment from TacoSwap Meal and Salsa, and also in a WAX DAO farm I have. And when the meal runs out, I will open Alcor farm instead. So I made this to have like a store of value. That's my approach to it. So I support it a lot to keep it stable, and it's been almost like a flat coin for over a year now. It has tips and it has downs, but overall it's been and still is in the same range. That is something I'm really happy with. I recently added a little bit of lore about the Jelly Bean, which is like my main character, because I'm gonna start doing comics, etc. built on it. So I wanted to start with like a basic who is Jelly Bean, what is it, to have a little bit of story. I do have what I call a jelly pool, which is basically a fractionalized wallet, which I'm running manually. So you buy special NFTs, each NFT hold a share from a wallet, which is exclusive to this. Everything should be detailed here, listed in Dungeon Master. And I also have, like, if you buy one and want to burn it, then you just show me the transaction and you get the value it has. And value for each NFT is calculated, circulating supply, like minted and not burned jelly pool NFTs. And then you divide the value of this wallet to these. So last time I checked was 24th of March, so not that long ago, and the value was about 65 wax per NFT by then. When we started it, or me, I started at I think like 2 or 5 wax per share, so it's been a steady growth. Oh yeah, 2, yeah. I'm trying to improve like details about it. I will do more to make it more understandable, because it's still a bit blurry, and most people buy it because of MP in Dungeon Master, which wasn't the point. It just became like that.
Yeah.
I do have a 30 days pass, which if you want to use my farm, you buy this and you have access for the 30 days. I sometimes open free drops for it. Plan is to add more as time comes. Commonly known as a bad phrase, but it is what it is. I have to build like speed I can keep up with. And I do have recycling. So if you have one pass and when you want to buy the next pass, you can burn the old one and add a little bit of my beans and get a new one. So you don't have to buy it for full price each time. Full price is 30 wax. There are links to that and also buttons to take you directly to it. Overall, I have like the art. I do have a sample picture that you can check here. I recently added, I will come to that, added a bit of fun stuff. I do have merch with the help of GoParel, like t-shirts, etc. like they have. Love it. And I have done free PFPs, not like the big ones with 1,000, 2,000, just small ones to showcase art. Mainly 2 of them had an exclusive farm for the first year, where if it was maybe 8 months.
Awesome.
Let's see. Yeah.
Awesome.
So this is what I started working on. So it's coloring sheets. Like if you have kids or something, you can just download, take a little sheet, color it with the kids, print it out.
There you go. Just creating all sorts of stuff. We're going to have to switch gears here, but really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for getting on voice and showing us a little bit of stuff. This is by Jurassic. He's also got a booth with us, so we'll be seeing a lot more here in May. That's awesome.
Thanks for letting me grab some audio here.
If you want to hit the button at the top left to finish screen share.
Yeah.
When you're ready. Let's do thank you, by Jurassic. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on voice. I love it when we hear some more voice people, so it's not me rambling the whole time. But you don't have to, so the folks that are here are chilling too, whether you're in Twitch or in the metaverse. Appreciate you too. Let's get a Twitchy Tides game rolling, and then we're gonna move right into the hive, okay? But let's do this real quick. Exclamation mark playing your wallet. Last call. $33 people in here. Let's do first place gets a common pin. Let's go ahead and do some faded Mansudas. 5th place gets Fruity Freddy. 10th place gets Mr. Smashy from our friends Faded Mansuda Sensei Bullrock. Every 5th place beyond will get a pack of 1 promo from Consumer Break. Let's get the show on the road because we got things to talk about. I'm going to do 4 enemies. Oh, snap. 39 people? All right. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Can we get one more? I'm going to go in. We got 40. All right. So now 40th place will win too. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Good luck. You're going to use exclamation mark left, right, up, or down. Dang, murder worms just murdered. You can also use exclamation mark freeze or spin to try to make your fish move. This is like the new Grubfish game, if anybody didn't see it yet. It's being built by the Pop Paragon and others. And it's getting updates regularly, so every time we play this, every week there's like new updates and things. So that's why this is going to be the primary game now, just because of how active it is and testing. Alright, we got Hot Rod, Chur, Funkin, Nikki, and Artsy Wapointo are left. Couple more now. Who's going to get our number 1? And Mickver, sorry to encroach 5 minutes into your space here, but at least we started to talk Hive. So right after this, if you wanted to screen share and just go through whatever you want, we'll be explaining some Hive. All right, we're down to Artsy Wapointo and Funkin' Crypto. Who's gonna get murdered? Funkin' Crypto with the win! Alright, congrats, you get the common pin. 5th place is Chur with the Fruity Freddy. 10th place is Johnny Lotzilla with the Mr. Smashy. And then a pack of 1 promo from Consumer Breaks and go to Zorto Blockart Wave. Or no, sorry. It's gonna go to Mickver in 15th. It's gonna go to Dan Asker in 20th. Drew Marr in 25th. Terra Mike in 30th. Serhi in 35th. And Lots in 40th. Congratulations. Congratulations! I'm gonna keep it up so you can enter again. But we won't do it again until the half hour. Alright? Giggity giggity. Alright, the wall's all yours, McVer.